My name is Maxine Rebellis, and I'm from Laredo, Texas. I'm here at the About Face Convention with other veterans who oppose the U.S. foreign policy on forever wars. What are your names and where are you from?
My name is Heather Carlos. Soy de Kansas, or I'm from Kansas. I'm here to grow my skills and my knowledge to help create a more meaningful and impactful change here and abroad.
My name is Arti Wakapakotla. I'm from Illinois. I am the board chair for About Face Veterans Against the War. We are an anti-militarist, anti-imperialist organization that opposes the U.S. foreign policy of forever wars and works to end militarism at home and abroad.
My name is Rebecca Roberts. I go by she, her pronouns. I am from New Jersey, and I am the current organizing manager on staff with About Face Veterans Against the War. We are veterans who have seen firsthand the devastating impact of U.S. militarism both at home and abroad, and can really speak to the inherent violence of that system. And so we as an organization leverage that privileged position to speak out for causes such as Cuba, Palestine, and the National Guard being deployed in our own communities as well.
My name is Chris Case. I'm from Southern California. I was a Marine Corps veteran who was actually stationed at Guantanamo Bay on the fence line. And I'm speaking today to oppose the U.S. imperial overreach and the continued occupation of that island and blockade.
So what are your opinions on Palestine, Cuba, and the U.S. government?
When we think about the U.S. government, I think we have to realize that we are witnessing a repetition of history repeating itself. We witness the same mechanisms being used. We witness the same type of propaganda that is perpetuated in order to sustain U.S. imperialism.
I am Cuban American myself, and I've seen and undone a lot of the propaganda that is sold to Cuban Americans, and I see that as a part of the same system of propaganda in the U.S. That is the reason why so many of us even joined the military. And Palestine, Cuba, all international struggles I see as interconnected, especially with the U.S. military having 800 plus military bases around every corner of the globe. It's such an overreach, and we stand for the sovereignty of all oppressed peoples, both here in our own communities where ICE is tearing families apart and terrorizing immigrants, and around the globe as well.
I believe Palestine is probably the litmus test for freedom around the world globally, and by extension, the Cuban people fall into that as well. And once the occupation of Palestine is over and the blockade of Cuba is over, then we can actually talk about liberation for people around the world.
And with what About Face stands for the people watching this who want an outlet, what message do you have for them?
I think with About Face has a history of pushing back against U.S. militarism. Our history lies in the struggle for liberation in Vietnam with Vietnam Veterans Against the War. And as long as U.S. militaries have existed, and as long as U.S. militaries have occupied foreign territories and occupied even cities in the United States, there's a history of also veterans and people within the military resisting the military-industrial complex, resisting militarism and imperialism. And so to people in Cuba and to people in other areas, just know that we are working and both within and outside the machine to advance the fight to abolish and end the U.S. military-industrial complex and to end forever wars and forever occupations.
Does anyone have anything else they want to add?
End the blockade on Cuba.
Yeah.
Free Cuba, free Palestine.
Mm-hmm.